Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jojo, designer audiophile, and this is Toomey, our mascot of the channel. Today is the second episode of Painting the Music Giant, and this honor goes to everyone's favorite Martian, David Bowie. And I'll make all the painting I did digitalize and make them to print, so if you're interested in any of them, go check out the link in the description. And now, let's get right into it. Born in 1947, passed in 2016. This year marks the 5th year after David Bowie's passing. For the younger generation, David Bowie might be no more than a distant celebrity name. Even for myself, I was too late to witness his glorious time. Therefore, I'm using this chance to show my appreciation of the legendary artist David Bowie. The original photograph of my painting is the work of Japanese photographer Masayoshi Sugita. Bowie's pose was inspired by German artist Erich Heckel's work Ruggiero. I probably butchered the name, so bear with me. The photo was the cover of Bowie's 1977 album Heroes. In a Berlin trilogy which includes Low, Heroes, and Lodger, Heroes is also the most commercial success. The leading single Heroes in the album is Bowie's most covered song by other artists. It was created in Berlin when Bowie tried to escape from the drug culture of Hollywood. The song Heroes praised love, freedom, and the 15 minutes that we all can be famous, where we all can be the hero of the story. In 1987, Bowie had the Heroes concert right next to Berlin Wall, giving the album and the song Heroes significant meaning to Eastern Germany's people during the Cold War. 2 years after, the wall falls, resulting in the unity of Germany. After Bowie's pass in 2016, the Germany Federal Foreign Office pays tribute to Bowie's contribution to democracy and set a memorial using Heroes' lyric, "We can be heroes just for one day." When picking a photo from tons of different styles and customs Bowie has throughout his long career, I found myself attracted to this one the most. Bowie has lots of visual striking styles like the famous Red Thunder, Ziggy Stardust's glamorous look, Hunky Dory's feminine take, and more. Those styles are great. Those styles challenge the idea of rock and sexuality, giving new perspectives for rock, affecting pop culture and fashion. The photo from the album Heroes is rather simple and has similar quality to religious painting, in that the posture, gesture, and facial expression all have their purpose. The simplicity of the photo is a timeless gem that hit me harder than the glamorous visual. Bowie even reuses this photo for the 2013 album The Next Day, showing how much he loves this photo as well. In a photo, we see Bowie's head leaning toward his left hand. At first glance, it looks like the White Duke is taking care of his new haircut, but the other hand holding his chest and his straight staring facial expression say otherwise. To me, it looks more like Bowie is trying to convey an idea toward the listener with his pose, or he is posing a role in a religious painting. This ambiguity creates a strong dynamic for this quiet and simple-looking photo. To catch the correct essence of the original, I had to fix and fine-tune the sketch for the painting multiple times. In this painting, all the nuances need to be accounted for, like what is the shape of his eyes, how he's staring at the viewer but looking straight to the void at the same time, or how his lips shape and the cracking on top, his body language, the gesture, and how the leather jacket reacts to it, or his hair flow, his body proportion. All those details affect how we comprehend the final work. Because of this very reason, I picked a more realistic and detail-driven approach in this painting to replace the more loose and atmosphere-driven style I did in the first episode for Bill Evans. I used extremely thin line carve out his eyes and other facial features, and I draw out the hair one by one to reconstruct the hair flow. When painting a leather jacket, I tilt down the brush more for large strokes that represent the flow of the leather. The wider strokes create more movement and power for the painting. When painting the creases and shadow on Bowie's face, I fan out the brush, making the brush more like a chisel, chiseling out his facial feature to reflect the lean and angular face Bowie has. When painting with calligraphy brush, I always pay attention to the flow of the brush. This is for keeping the painting clean, coherent, and to create dimensions. Here, you can see how my strokes follow the creases of the clothes, the shape of Bowie's face, and the skin direction. The attention to detail like this gives the final piece definitive movement and dynamic without making the painting busy, even when we have lots of detail and strokes in the painting. Sometimes the painting can feel off when you are almost at the finishing line. Things like the facial expression looks weird after you adding the ink, some area looks too fuzzy or not following the lighting. To fix these issues, I often step back from the painting to compare it with the source material and fine-tune the painting accordingly. In the time-lapse, you can see how those little changes making the painting pop. They refine the dimensions in painting, smoothing up certain areas to match the lighting more, and most importantly, depicting the expression of Bowie's face. In the end, even without the color and gradient of different grays, the painting still has a strong sense of light, dimensions, and details. I really want to make the viewer feel like wow, I can sense David Bowie's soul in this painting. And if you have that feeling, that is a great compliment for me. And here you can see how the painting looks like after touch up and digitalize. Enjoy! I hope you guys enjoyed the painting I did. I certainly do enjoy painting it. This one took way longer than I thought. And let me know your thoughts in the comments. Who you want me to paint next? Let me know. And we'll see you next time. Peace. It's a weird pose, like this. Let's try to make you do it.